Welcome back to St Neots Town TV, lads. A great victory today, 6-0, 3 points, and a very happy rabble sent home for Christmas. What do you make of that one, Nathan?
I think the lads started the game impressively well. You know, we was up 3-0 up inside 12 minutes when I looked at the clock, and I think it just settled everything down. We knew we was going to cruise home. It was just a case of being disciplined, staying professional, seeing the job right, and to finish up 6-0 tells you they've done exactly what they should have done, which was be professional and see it through to the end.
It was a great, solid performance, and like you say, we came out of the blocks and we committed to the game straight away, and we didn't really give Totton a chance to get going, did we?
No, I think, you know, we have to keep being professional is the word, and keep looking after the ball and keep working hard and not give them a sniff. Why should we give them a sniff? We're here to pick up points, and I think the lads moved the ball well. They kept trying and playing a move. They kept probing them. They kept knocking on the door, and that's all we can ask for them. You know, you just have to be professional in every game that you play, whether your tail's up, your tail's behind. Our ethos is always just be professional. At half time I said to him, I don't want to have to make a save. I don't want to get dirty because there's no need. So, you know, we just have to stick to the task which we've done. We've got the points on the board, so a really pleasing day.
Zima, what a turnaround from last week. That was a bit of a sucker punch to lose at Burnham last week after it looked like it's probably going to edge out to a draw in the end. And then, well, it doesn't really compare to today. What are your thoughts after last week and then today's game?
Obviously last week we come in, you know, at half time at the end of the game, obviously disappointed. It wasn't a game that we were satisfied with, especially in terms of us looking after the football. I think we sort of played into Burnham's strengths, and like you say, it was a sucker punch, but I don't believe we played well enough to maybe win the game. And if you're not playing well enough to win the game, you then obviously have to, on the flip side, that if it's 0-0, there is a chance that, like you said, the sucker punch comes. I think what Nath obviously touched on there is that today we said, listen, let's get back to the way St Neots play the ball, move the ball, get it wide, get crosses in the box. You've got two like fantastic front men that will attack balls, they'll bring people into play, and it was almost a reverse in terms of performance, but we worked hard on Tuesday and Thursday. You know what we're saying to them, like we said, you know, the training regime before might have been different, but what we do is work hard. You know, any mistakes that we see, especially with the videos that you send, we work on them. And at the end of the game I said, look, all your hard work, it becomes fruitful, because then when you win 6-0, it makes you then believe that what we do on the training ground actually has a benefit, and you can see it come good once you step out, you know, across the white line. So yeah, you know, there's going to be some sticky away games. I think what we have to learn to do basically on the road is pick up more points. I think at home, you know, the surface is good. We know that they'll probably get their tails up. It's just obviously being a bit more, as Nave says, professional, a bit more disciplined on the road, and just sort of turn some of those draws into wins and some of the defeats into draws, and then I think we'll be all right.
The festive season is always a tough time for any football club, because you get a thick run of fixtures, and obviously lads have got their focuses at home as well. But that confidence boosting win there can't do us no harm at all, can it?
I mean, I've said to the lads in there after the game, you know, well done, but it's important they live right over the festive period. I think when you're a football player, you have to make those sacrifices around the Christmas period. You've got games coming thick and fast, and then blink an eye, you know, them 4 games will be gone. There's a lot of points at stake. You know, we set targets for our lads to achieve, and we'll be doing no different. We're placing the same demands on them. So they've got a night out tonight, which they should go and enjoy and have a little blowout. But as we get to the festive period and a bit closer, then I do really want them, you know, winding down and looking after their bodies, because, you know, they've got to put their bodies through a hell of a lot over the next 2 weeks leading into the new year, and we want to come out of the new year with the right results and go into the new year and start the new year with the right results. So we'll be looking and seeing if we think we need to change something, or personnel, whatever it may be, as we do on a daily, weekly basis. But it's important that lads toe the line as well, and obviously make, you know, the sacrifice that I've just discussed about.
We've seen a couple of debut performances today, and a welcome back to Shane Tolley, who scored, I believe, with his second touch after being on the pitch for about a minute. But in general, good performances from everybody today. Difficult to single anybody out, but the substitutes coming on and the debutants gave a good showing.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what you said at the end of the game. I said everyone to a man, and including the subs, they all performed. And I think, listen, it's no fluke that if you have 8, 9, 10 people perform in a game, you generally win the game. It's when you sort of scratching your head saying, well, there's only 3 or 4 I can give the MOM to, then you probably are going to lose or draw the football match. But like you said, I think what is probably shown now is that the squad is strong. There's good depth, there's good competition. You know, Lorenzo there, he's shown obviously a good burst of pace, and at the right times, you know, with the, you know, game winding down, people getting tired, you know, you wouldn't want to come up against him with some of the pace he's got. You know, we all know about Shane and his goal record, the same thing. So when you see one centre forward come off and another one come on, and this one that's coming on is Shane Tolley, who can get goals, then again, you know, back fours, be wary of that, and that's one of the things that we wanted to change. You know, when we come, we just didn't feel there was like enough competition. I think the same 11, 12 knew they were going to play every week. I think what you have now is that people aren't sure. Well, no, they are sure. If they play well, they will play. But now, if they don't play well, they might not play. And I think that just breeds a different type of footballer within the dressing room, and it means everyone's pushing the same direction and got a little bit of a fight and hunger in their stomach, you know.
I understand there's some good news with regards to Jake Woolley. I think, have we got him for the rest of the season as of January, is that right?
Yeah, he's here for the rest of the season. I think one of the things as well we wanted to do was, you know, cut down on some of the loans. You know, if you're here for a month and then gone for a month again, when we come through the door, there's, I think there was 5, 6, 7 loanees. You know, they're going to play. If they have a bad game, they're going back to their club, you know, during the week. A month later, they're not even here. Do you know what I mean? But with Jake, you know, he's done well enough. We've asked Luton, can they go to the end of the season? They said, yeah. You know, the lad's happy to stay. So again, we know he's part of the cause. Yes, he's not our player, but he's part of the cause until the end of the season. And as you see, you know, when Michael Frew come in, which obviously I wish him all the best, you know, moving forward, he came and he did a job for us within that month's window. But normally, as we like to manage, we like to have players that are just solely St Neots and St Neots only, because it just means we can look at everyone in the eye and we all know that they've got the right agendas milling around in their head, rather than sometimes a different agenda, which you can get with loan players, wrongly or rightly.
Okay, well done lads, enjoy your Christmas day and look forward to Boxing Day.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.